Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to the oxygen not included. So, today we are going to conquer volcanoes with style. So, I've got 3 volcanoes up here. Well, where else do I have a volcano? Well, I've got a volcano over here. I've got a volcano over here. I guess the point is, I've got many volcanoes. Not all of them are going to be tackled in the exact same way, but I do have a handy new little blueprint that's going to allow me to tap into these volcanoes and make good use of them. Alright, so the first volcano I'm going to tap into is going to be this one right here. Not only that, we can also bring in these other 2 volcanoes into this one if we really wanted to. As we can see, these are higher than it, so that should be relatively easy. They can just kind of flow down and into the same sort of pit there. So that should work out. I think there's another volcano over here. I could probably tap that, but that one's going to be slightly different in how we handle that because you can see that it's so close to all of the neutronium over there. So we might have to take this blueprint and modify it just a little bit just to kind of make everything work, if I wanted to even make use of that one. So let's go ahead and slap this down and give it a try. So this is the blueprint, but I've changed everything to steel inside of there, so that should be relatively easier to build. The thing is, we're not going to dig this up because we can't. And I believe the volcano is going to be right here, and the one piece I don't want to build is going to be in this one spot because that would actually release the volcano and let it flow into this whole base. So I'm going to cancel this one spot right here. Priority speaking, let's go ahead and try to figure out how I'm actually going to build all of this stuff in the correct order. Alright, so when I go to build this thing, I'm going to try to not use the vacuum of space. We'll see how this all kind of functions. This thing should be able to be built without being in a vacuum, so let's see how that works. I'm going to put a fire pole, and that's going to be right there. Just try to optimize the travel time between these docks right there and where I need to go. Now, this is going to be kind of difficult because there's a ton of very, very hot stuff over here. So this obsidian is at 800 degrees Celsius, so that's pretty hot. So it might be a little bit challenging. Dupes, prepare to be crispy. Alright, so just so I can build this and get my dupes into where they need to go, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel the building tiles that I don't want, just for starters right here. So that's going to be a little spot just to get in right there. And I think these 2 spots here in order to get into that area. We should be able to apply the same sort of blueprint on top of the last blueprint and replace certain items if we need to do that. So, alright, as far as the hydrogen rocket, it's working out alright. I replaced this component right here with obsidian so that it doesn't actually melt itself, and so now it can actually withstand the temperatures. So that's good. One thing I noticed over here is that I don't have enough pressure in some of these spots, so some of these are actually overheating, and I'm not getting the full functionality of those. So I need to build up an atmosphere inside of here. And you guys pointed out that I'm missing one tile way down here, so I don't have an atmosphere inside of here. So I need to make sure I take care of that, and then dump some more gas into this area, which is actually going to be quite easy. All I'd have to do is this number. Oh, and I'm also going to mop up some of this like molten copper here. That should be kind of interesting. Might be able to put it on display. What do we got there? A little bit of molten copper, nice, and some molten gold. Who wants to put that on display? You guys should technically have all of this stuff on display, but you're not doing it. Priority level 9. Meep, you have your own jukebox. What are you doing down here? Mr. Spaghetti, you've never brought the sink down. Hang on. Well, if you're not going to bring the sink down, you've had many cycles to do this. Give me a minute while I scroll all the way to the bottom here. Where's the liquid? Darn it. Chlorine, carbon dioxide, polluted oxygen. Come on now. No! I can't. Oh, come on. It's got to be here. It's got to be here. I got to be able to put molten liquid metal on display. Ah! I know we were talking about the fact that maybe we had to mop it up rather than it just be in a bottle to put it on display, but the fact is, it's not here. I can do supercoolant, ethanol, crude oil, all of these, but I can't do molten liquid. You're lucky, Mr. Spaghetti. I guess you'll take a robotic arm instead. Roar! There goes it again. So yesterday during a live stream, I was looking at the same sort of self-powering hydrogen rocket, but in a bigger concept where we stack multiple rockets on top of each other. Interesting thing. I'm working on a video for that. I don't think I have a perfect solution for it just yet, but This concept right here is actually pretty powerful when you start to figure out just how much oxygen you can produce. But for those of you who are asking what happens if you were to build a taller silo, well, I can tell you this. Yes, you do get more. Dupes, are you gonna build this ladder or what? Okay, so now that that's there, I should be able to open up most of these, and that should provide cooling. Or is it because these stupid, it's because these stupid pipes broke. Yeah, so that was the other thing I was learning, is that these melted. Oops. So what I really want to do is this. That's why they're getting too hot. Isn't necessarily just the atmosphere. Okay, now I have to go in and deconstruct all of those tiles on top, which I should be able to do. Oh crap, well now I opened the door and then I deconstructed it to space. Ouch. Dr. Eskimo, you're stuck again. I'm gonna lock you away at the bottom of the map. I've already warned you once. Are you serious? Whose job is this? Dupes! It's priority level 9! You can fix it. Okay, so another thing I'm going to try to do here is just add more bridges. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do here is add a bunch of bridges to this area. I know it's not very nice to look at, but it's going to reduce the effective distance that I'm traveling through this incredibly hot environment. These pipes are struggling to keep out the incredibly hot heat that's there, which is currently 1,000 degrees Celsius. All right, here we go. We're working through the pipe situation. What do we got? Liquids up here, liquids there. That's good to go. That still needs to be completed. All right, here we go. We're working through these pipes. This tool is just so valuable for fixing up pipes. Deconstruct these. Okay. Fix that. Fix that. I think there's one more. My poor dupes are getting crispy up in here. Nicola's like roasted. Poor guy. So that's one of the things you have to work through here. When you have a giant tube of like multiple rockets, it's going to be super hot. So just having your dupe fly in with a jetpack isn't really going to work out. They actually have to be able to run in from the side because otherwise they get cooked on the way to the rocket. Just kind of a lot of really weird things which I had to deal with. All right, it looks like for the most part, everything here is now running around and around. So that's good. All we have to do is close that off, open this back up so we can get some atmosphere inside of here, and then let the supercoolant cooler thing do its job. Oh no, it's back with even more. Oh, this rocket. All right, how's the oxygen doing over here? Ooh, yeah, we got a good amount right there. That's good. I would like it if somebody was to build this tile. Dupes! Ah, it's running again! Oh man. We're up to like, how much steam do I have in here? 18, 20 kilograms? Oh! What's the temperatures like? Ooh! Ooh! That's 1,350. I had to install a new mod that adjusts the temperature overlay just to kind of get an idea of how hot of these temperatures we're dealing with. That's 1,400! 1,400! In a moment here, we're going to be able to actually make magma using this silo. Actually, we can. All right, one thing at a time. Dupes, can we please tap into this volcano? We don't have enough hot stuff around already. Who are my new dupes? Arcturus, what is he? What do you like to do, You have high athletics and a good amount of creativity. Well, literally everybody is supplying in some way, shape, or form here. So exosuit wearing is like the default necessary thing for my base, so there you go, you can start with that. Let's take a look at the priorities here. Building, who's really good at building? I have 3 primary builders, and they do supply, but I haven't noticed them to actually supply and then turn around and build. I was trying that just a little bit, but it wasn't really working. My lovely dupe, you're gonna be a builder and less of a supplier. Shredder, I think you need to do more supplying. I could use another builder. Arcturus, I think we're going to spec you out as a builder. So, there you go. All right, here we go. Lots of oxygen is flowing, lots of hydrogen is doing its thing. Good, good. And we're getting actually a surprising amount of power out of this now that it's not overheating. Okay, except for that one. That one's overheating. One thing I might want to do here is just bring in more supercoolant. I just it's no longer full. I might be able to do that right here. Hey, looks like my dupes are making progress on this, so that's good. So when it comes to building this, I've just canceled the doors here. I'm just gonna have them dig that out, and they can go around and build the rest of this. So I think I'll do the exact same thing right here in the middle, just kind of cancel that, and I'm just gonna have them dig it to begin with, and then I'm just going to reapply the same blueprint right on top of itself a couple of times. Now this is hot in here. This is like, whoo! Who's on fire this time? Oh, JB51. Yeah, okay. Just to, oh my goodness, we've already cooked half our dupes. All right, hang on, JB51. Let's just top everybody off real quick. What do I got? I got 2 sleeping dupes on the job. My lovely dupe and Dusty Picks, come on now. Excuse me, wake up. You got stuff to do. Get back to work, dupes. What? You went right back to sleep again. Oh, that's how it is. You know, I've had days like that too. Oh geez, now all 3 of them are sleeping. What? Of all the spots you can think to sleep, this seems like a nice one. It's only 700 degrees Celsius right here. You couldn't have picked a better spot. Well, here's a good thing. If you pee on the floor, it's just gonna vaporize. So, dupes, why are you sleeping there? There is clearly, you could just go back. Don't you sleep? Don't you know how to, can you not go back? Why can you not go back through here? Oh, my bad. Sand. Ren, you might want to move. Oh, this is gonna be a flood. It was really effective to have them like come over here and do that though. Like, they got a lot done. Okay, if we really wanted to build this, like I'm thinking we should, then I need to put an airflow tile all the way over here and then capture these 2 volcanoes as well. Now I am kind of worried about just how hot things could get here. Although technically I should be okay because it's not gonna be in physical contact. That's the thing, like iron ore is good enough. You know, and technically since a magma is not going to be in contact with the stuff, I could get away with something like copper. But we are dealing with the obsidian here, which is 1200 degrees Celsius, so that brings me into the iron range. But if I really just want to be safe about this, I should really make it out of steel. Let's see just how much material that is. I put a high pressure gas vent down here, just to kind of crank up the amount of oxygen we have in this area. That way I can actually conduct a little bit more thermal energy out of these steam turbines here, and that's actually made a big difference. The pressure was still kind of low. Don't get me wrong, it's still struggling, but it continues to work, and I think it gets a little bit better over time as I add more pressure to it. The thing is I have all the pressure down here, so it's still trying to make its way up there. But it's not like I don't have enough oxygen. Where are these rockets even heading to? Oh, I think they just keep going to these asteroids and back. Like, they're not really pulling back more resources at this point. It's just as fast as the planet can recover. It might be better off to actually send my hydrogen rocket further, but there's nothing else I really want. How hot is it now? Oh, it gets up to 1,600 degrees down here. Oh, send more insulation. How hot is it now? 1,800 degrees? What's melting? Magma. Okay, we melted something down here. Oh, oh. Well, we are officially melting regolith unintentionally. How about that? Oh no, that's gonna multiply the amount of power that's down there by like 5. Oh, that's a lot more heat. This rocket silo is turning into a volcano. So, okay, this silo over here on the left, it's only 360 degrees Celsius. But now I'm starting to look at that saying, okay, can I use this to cool down that? Oh, okay. Let's see if I can figure out a way to get more supercoolant into this loop. I need all the cooling capacity I can get over here. Okay, I can build a pump right there and we can pipe it straight in. This thing just needs to run 24/7. Dude, I understand. Arcturus, man, I understand you want to deconstruct this, but just standing in the door And you're letting all the oxygen out. Okay, fine. I'm glad you're happy about it. It's time for a little visco gel down there. Or maybe I should just use liquid magma or whatever. Okay, liquid visco gel. Where you guys going? Where you going? Dupes? What's all the way over here? You just really wanted to go check out the meteor shower, huh? Alright. Meanwhile, nobody's working on this. How many trips are you going to take to build one pump? You're going to make me install that, like, efficient delivering mod. Alright, there you go, dupes. At least you know how to dig. That's a real plus. Ren, what are you doing? You're just standing there. Ren? Okay, there you go. Get back to work. Okay, so the adjustments to my priorities that I made earlier on, where I kind of have building being like the highest and then delivering being the second highest for these dupes that do a lot of building, that seems to work really good, at least in this situation here. So these guys are doing a lot of work. They still do deliver, so that's good. So the proximity rule and all that is working well together. But when they were at the same level, it didn't really work as well. They kind of ran around a bunch. Careful. Careful. Don't dig right here. And if we can analyze it, analyze it. And JB51, that's not a good spot to sleep. Dude, you are super tired, aren't you? All right, there we go. We have one complete loop full of supercoolant. That's good. Probably need to mop all of this up because it made a big mess. And try to replace this with visco gel again. But hey, we were able to chew through all the steam in here. That's good. I mean, even if this stuff is struggling for temperature, but at least it isn't right now. Hey, there we go. Now everything's working. Aha! Ha! Resources available. 2,000 kilograms. Wow, okay. Yeah, because it's just one cargo bay. Oh, that's good. See, that stuff was not... It's good enough if you put crude oil or something down there, but the obsidian around here is just too hot. So I'm going to go ahead and make use of my high temperature materials here, and I'm going to put thermium here. All right, in order to build the top here, I need the dupes to be able to run across the top. So I guess we're going to be exposed to space a little bit. Oh, I guess not. I guess I could not build that right there. There we go. We can hop through here by just leaving that one tile. I can kind of jump over it and get off to the right. That's good. Can we get to this one? Oh, what happened? Oh, jeez. You know what? You know what? If I if I make this a mesh tile down here, I could drop magma down here just using gravity. Oh, but then it would be all hot steam, which is not what I want. Ah, the complexities of life. How do I get one without the other? If I fill this room here, all right, with a little bit of regolith, or maybe I just run regolith through up here, this could turn to magma, and that could become a magma spout, delivering more magma to this chamber down here. That makes me think I should cancel this right here. Just, it was cool, but nowhere near as cool as what I was just talking about. Or what if I put a door down here, and if we detect liquid, we open the door up and let the magma fall through? I don't know, but it's so hot. How we doing down here, Mr. Eskimo? Yeah, it's roasty. Let's see if that is the right tile. Dupes, we need to build a little bit faster here. This volcano looks like it's about ready to go. Priority level 9. Dupes, it's priority level 9. I don't see any dupes here. So what I want to do now is we're just going to go ahead and reapply this right over the exact same tiles, and that's going to bring in the rest of this stuff. However, I'm still going to leave a couple of openings so that I can get in there. So that's going to be that right there. And then starting at a very high priority, I'm going to go ahead and build this right back here. That right there, and these two tiles right here. And whatever I do, don't dig that spot up. Oh no, my jet suit dupes they found a way in. Okay, good. That thing did not. Aha, it is overpressured. So that's the key spot right there. Whew. Whew. Good. So what I've done here with the priorities, I made everything priority level 1, and then I'm just going to roll back priority level 9 from one side to the other. And then the last thing I'm going to do is build this automation wire behind this volcano right there and then close up the door behind me. So you can see the dupes are working through that pretty quickly. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do here, because I don't want to have a problem with heat, is I'm going to change this to a very, very low priority down here. I don't want to unselect it because that would be annoying to reselect everything. But I'm going to select everything all here, sweep only. And I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to sweep up this stuff right here because I don't really want that there. So it should, the dupe should just move it right over here. Although it's going to be really hot because it's a bunch of igneous rock and obsidian all in that spot. It's all right around 800 degrees Celsius. So yeah, you can see that's exactly what they've done there. A little bit of igneous rock right there. I set a lot of these doors to open. That way we can get in there and kind of do what we need to do to build the rest of this stuff. And we should be able to go in there and build all that stuff. I'm kind of waiting for steel now. Randolph, what are you doing, bud? I tell you what, this stuff here is made out of steel. We're going to deconstruct it because I want this to be built. Who's incapacitated? Oh no! It's a little hot over here. Just a little bit. Alright, these doors don't stay open forever, so hopefully the dupes go in there, they build all the stuff that they need to do, which looks like they're doing. Alright, well I've managed to build all of this stuff, so that's good. I think we're still waiting for more wolframite on that door, so I think I'm gonna have to change that door to something else. A good old buddy, steel. There we go. Turn these doors back on. Okay, so all of that is assembled. That's good. I set the automation here to 4 and 1, so that's good to go. Now, just to build this stuff up, and we're just about done. Same with this right down here. Just want to finish that off, and then I can turn this thing on, and it will start to run. And per your guys' recommendation, I hooked up these 2 doors here to this one buffer gate rather than close this door and then that door. So it runs a few seconds faster. Boom, just like that. Nice. Doesn't look like I'm going to get to that after all. Oh wait, yes, I could probably get there. But what I have to do here is dig up this. Currently it's not running, but who knows? We're gonna see what happens. Quickly see if we can analyze that. If I can, great. If I can't, I'm going to get out of there. Now I just got to finish this off and add a little bit of water right here. Okay, so who's going to research this? There you go, Catalina. Oh, that's kind of slow. There we go. We can build that. We'll sweep that up. Hey, there's more there. Polluted water would work as well. We can bring that in. It doesn't really matter. Any of it, anything there is going to flash to steam. JB51, how are you sweeping through a wall? You got some skills that I don't know about. Catalina, did you finish it? No, you're so close. Okay, how much stuff is in this one spot? Seriously, keep sweeping it up. There you go, Mr. Spaghetti. Okay, fine. We'll sweep that up right there. Sweep 9. Liquid. How about petroleum then? Polluted water doesn't seem to be working. I've got a little bit of carbon dioxide down there and it's just messing things up. Aha! There we go. Completely analyzed. Awesome. Erupts in 11 cycles. Great. So we have a lot of time. Not a ton though. Not a ton. There we go. Okay, so that's complete. We already got liquid. I don't need any more here. I just want to finish this off. And that as well. And then cover this up so then we have all this time to pull a vacuum down here. I would almost say that this is an extremely high priority to get that done. So let's get it done, dupes. 11 cycles is a good amount of time, but it's not huge. I'd like to see if I can pull a vacuum before that thing actually goes and erupts. Because I think it takes around 12 to pull a full vacuum here. And I don't know where they're finding iron ore from, but apparently it takes forever to get here. My lovely dupe, you're traveling from the other side of the map, and that's what's up. Thank you. 2 more. And then you can go do whatever you need to do. Dupe, 1 more tile. Oh, these dupes, where'd you go? All right, there we go. Beautiful. So now we just sit back and wait for this thing to do its stuff. So that's below 500. And I'm just gonna say whenever this goes below 200, then it will drop out on the bottom, which I guess I don't have any crude oil down there. So I kind of forgot about that. Well, that's all right. We can get in there easily enough. We're just going to deconstruct these 2 tiles here. Bring in a bottle emptier. And we'll drop some petroleum down here. I should add that to the blueprint, otherwise I'm gonna forget it each and every time. So I could set this to below, and that's just going to open up all the doors so we can get in there. It is going to get rid of a lot of the vacuum that we worked to build up though. Liquid, I need a little petroleum. Priority level 9. Oh shoot, some of the stuff in here is so hot, it might actually turn it into sour gas. Well, here's that petroleum, whether you're ready for it or not. Okay, just a little bit more. This guy right there. Crap, that's what I was afraid of. A little bit of sour gas found its way in there. Why? Because this obsidian is still there. It's the opposite of what I wanted to happen. Oh, come on, dupes. Sweep it up. No, 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 no. Ah! Dupes! How much is in there? Oh my gosh. I'd be better off deconstructing the floor tile. Alright, well, now that this is full of sour gas, we're gonna turn these doors back on and hope that they can pull a vacuum pretty quick. See if I can do 11 seconds here. Yeah, I think I can do 11. I don't know about 10. Let's try 10. No, 11's the limit. Alright, we'll see just how much gas we get through here. And once we get closer to this thing erupting. Because I would like that to be pretty darn close to a vacuum. Unfortunately, I lost several cycles there. Alright, so in the meantime, let's go ahead and try to make the rest of this stuff that we need to kind of tap into the rest of these volcanoes. Well, this is going pretty fast, at least for the sour gas. It's already gone down by 1/3 in just one cycle. What's this thing up to up here? Hydrogen engine, currently entombed by its own igneous rock. Is that why you're not launching? No, it's because you melted the steel wires. Crap, we have to make those out of tungsten. Right here, because that can melt. Okay, so here's my thought on what I want to do here. Alright, looks like we're through all the sour gas and we're into the carbon dioxide now. So that's good. This is actually running really quick. We still have 6 cycles left, so we might actually be able to get to a vacuum here. Now normally I wouldn't be worried about that, except for I decided to make these airflow tiles out of iron, which could potentially melt under the intense heat of the volcano. Normally I would say build these out of steel, that way even if everything inside of here gets really hot, it shouldn't really be a problem. You know, because everything is high temperature, so it can't melt. But okay, so here's kind of the plan that I'm working through in my head. This right down here could potentially house some liquid. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll bring in regolith and we'll kind of rotate it through the wall tile right there, and that should hopefully melt into magma. As that melts into magma, we'll build up some liquid here, and we can open up a door to create a waterfall of magma from the rocket down into this pit down here. That's my thought. Maybe that'll happen. So as you're walking through here, you might have to pause every once in a while a magma fall happens. That way you don't get crisped as you walk through here. You know what? Does that mean I can use a wait station, or did they remove that? Because that's the only time, a duplicate checkpoint. I might actually be able to use it. Honestly, I don't know what that's used for. I've never ever used it. Wait, who's scalding? What's happening? Multiple people are on fire. There's nobody there. Nicola, yes, you made a mess. JB51, man. On the massage table? Come on. Ren, what are you doing over here without a suit? How'd you manage that one? No, come back down here. Sorry about the world's loudest lawnmower back here. It's kind of a thing at the moment. Man, I got a lot of crispy dupes. Arcturus, how are you doing? Oh, you got a skill. There you go, building. Alright, it's time for a new duplicate. Tidying, that's a good one. Doctoring, perfect. Joe Boxer, welcome to the base and thank you so much for being a Patreon supporter. Look how happy everybody is. Putting in some more mess tables so that people can enjoy those. Ooh, we even have some new pedestals down here. How about a fossil? We haven't brought one of those in yet. Alright, how are we doing on the vacuum over here? Ooh. What? How are we back to sour gas? Not very much of it. See, this thing slows down once we get to these really small amounts here. So each time that runs, it's going to drop at about 1. So it has to run yet another 20 times in order to pull a vacuum there. But then oxygen will find its way down and we can go from there. Ooh, how many Oh, that's not going to be active until 46 cycles from now. Oh, okay, we're just fine. What's up, Joe Boxer? Hey, at least you're sweeping. I think you just found your job. Hey, you even like to tidy. Perfect. All right, let's see if I can sweep all this stuff up real quick. I have a lot of debris here, like right there, right there. Ugh. There you go, dupes. You're sweeping it up pretty quick. That's nice. It always helps to have more than one automatic dispenser if you're going to try to do a ton of sweeping. At least with, you know, many duplicates. If you just have 1 or 2 duplicates doing it, it's not really that big of a deal, but you can only fit so much in the automatic dispenser before it empties. So it kind of requires a few more, just to kind of address all of the different tasks that people are trying to do. I opened this up. We'll let the vacuum of space take care of the gas in this area. I mean, the fart eater is fantastic, but I've got space. No. Where you going? I see you with that jet suit. Look at all these little dupes, just trying to sweep it all up. Joe Boxer, bud. This is not for the new duplicates. Kind of forgot about this. Although, speaking of dupes, I could probably now go through there. I think most of these guys are skilled enough to do so. Alright, just moving through some more sour gas. We're down to 4 mcg. Okay, so that's a vacuum. Boom. Steam. What? Since when do we have steam down here? How many gases do I have in the same spot? Alright, let's go ahead and research the other volcanoes that we have here. We'll dig one of these up. Only one at a time, though. We'll analyze that. Super high priority. Kind of have an issue in this spot. The top steams are working, but the bottom one down here, see this is becoming entombed. And I've got molten steel, I've got magma, you name it. It's all there. I mean, that's reaching 1,700 degrees Celsius. Whoa. Ren, how come you're the only one that seems to be able to make it through this checkpoint without a suit? What's up with that? All right, here we go. 1 erupts in 2.6 cycles. Oh, crap. Dupes, quick. And I kind of thought I'd have more time here, but no, we still have too much oxygen. This has to be insulated. I was going to try to go without insulation, but no, not in 2-something cycles. Cancel sweeping. We don't need to sweep. What we need to do is build just a few more tiles, and I think that'll be all right. And then we will at least isolate the atmosphere from up here, from down here, so hopefully this ends up a vacuum. All right, good deal. Still 1.9 cycles away. Good. All right, so there we go. Ooh, that one's gonna erupt in 2 cycles. Ooh, there's gonna be a lot of magma all of a sudden. All right, so the system I'm gonna have to build here to take heat away from a total of 3 volcanoes. That's gonna be quite big. Not to mention, if this thing ever actually starts melting regolith down here and dripping it in, ooh, that's a lot of stuff. As far as how quickly the vacuum is starting to pull down, we're now down into oxygen, so that's good. Just have a little bit of hydrogen. This could still take a little while. There's a good amount of oxygen to go through, so. Not to mention what might find its way out here. That's a bit of carbon dioxide and just a little bit of oxygen hiding in that one little tile there. Still, it's pulling a vacuum inside of here. I could expose it to space and just kind of make it go a little bit faster, but I'm kind of curious to see just how long it takes. This was a very mixed gas setup that was made much worse by adding a bunch of sour gas to it. But here we go, the first volcano. Next dormancy is in 14 cycles. Average output 1.1 kilograms a second. It should be fairly insulated too. I mean, the amount of oxygen or gas in there isn't too bad. We got, what, 80 grams of carbon dioxide? Hopefully that's not too much. And it's also going to float on top of airflow tiles here, so that should be all right. And even though the gas will conduct the heat into the airflow tiles a little bit, I won't have to worry about the high temperatures. I know it's weird to have this like exposed to space, but still not have it be a vacuum. It's just from the people that are flying through there. Oh, there we go. This volcano is doing its thing. So that's a decent amount of magma there. Hey, look at the heat in here. This is at 1,200 degrees, and over here on the right, we're down to 15 degrees Celsius. How about that? That's wild. Absolutely wild. Meanwhile, this is full of magma. Oh, hey, look, here's some more magma too. That's so weird looking. Alright, so I managed to build this system over here, so that's good. It's ready to run. And we're also able to open up these two volcanoes as well. So they are starting to fill this area with magma. So next time here, I'm going to try to build the system that's going to use all of this thermal energy. Maybe to run some steam turbines, but also to potentially convert some crude oil into petroleum. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you again next time. Peace. Mr-Brothgar out.